Hey there. I am so excited for today's video. We're going to be talking about emotional intelligence and the four habits that people who are emotionally intelligent have, four habits that you can easily start to practice, four habits that you might look at others and sort of see, are they practicing this too? Um, it's just good information to have, really easy to understand. And I think emotional intelligence is the main goal here. I think in my work, I work with people to change their jobs, change their careers altogether, maybe change a relationship pattern. But ultimately, if there's an overarching theme to what it is that I hope for you and that I coach you to have is emotional intelligence. It's something that I strive for every day. And I just think this is going to be really helpful for you. So get a pen and paper if you need to, and we're going to get started. The four habits that emotionally intelligent people have. Number one, and this is number one for a reason. I always start here. It's to be able to express in plain and simple terms what it is that you're feeling. So, what I mean by that is I'm sad, I'm angry, I'm scared. This really gets to the heart of what it is that someone is experiencing, and how to move forward from there is a lot easier. I use this thing called a wheel of emotion for people who have trouble really expressing or putting to words what it is that they're feeling. And I really love it because on the outside of this wheel is words like frustrated, overwhelmed, annoyed, irritated, and they sort of move inward to the center of the circle or the wheel to the feeling that it's coming from. And so it can really help you to identify what you're feeling. I recommend looking up the wheel of emotion or emotional wheel of intelligence. Um, just to use it and have check ins with yourself on a regular basis. But the reason why it's really important to have this plain and simple language around your feelings and what it is that you're thinking or experiencing is because it takes out all the guesswork. I think that people who use more vague terminology or metaphorical language, like I'm just feeling really low, or I'm overwhelmed, or I'm stressed, these are all explanations of a stressed is like this is what I'm experiencing as a result of something else. Same with overwhelm. Feeling really low is just a really broad, vague term to use. And I think it's because we try to evade what it is that we're truly feeling because we don't want to be too burdensome, or maybe we don't have the language, or maybe we don't really know exactly where that overwhelm or low feeling is coming from. And so the task then is to dig deeper. And people who are emotionally intelligent are ready and willing and have done some of the work to dig deeper to find the root. So number two is ah, they consciously make alone time to sit with what it is that they're feeling and what's coming up for them. So this is how you might develop an ability to find that root emotion that we were just talking about. So making alone time for yourself might look like taking a pause when you're having a strong feeling come up and asking yourself, where's this coming from? What's what's really there? Is there a pattern there? You're spending time trying to get to know, what it is that you're experiencing. And maybe that even looks like going to therapy or going and journaling. Something that you're doing that isn't just reaching out to somebody else for advice or venting your issues all the time to a friend or reacting or distracting yourself and numbing yourself altogether and avoiding the issue. It's being able to actually say, like, let me have a feel into this, let me think on this, um, and really consciously knowing that that's part of your process. Number three, they have a curiosity about their bad moods and they don't judge them. So this is something that you might find with people who have like a defeatist mentality. So if somebody is having a depression or a bad mood and they just say, that's the way things are. Or they just kind of throw their hands up and just feel really hopeless about what it is that they're experiencing. They're not getting curious about, like, can I change anything about this? Is this something that's within my control? Is there something, a boundary that needs to be drawn? Um, do I just need to have a nap? People who are asking deeper questions of themselves and being curious rather than judgmental, it really shows that they're interested in getting to know themselves more rather than just labeling and giving up. If you think about, if whether or not you want to develop a relationship with someone else, if they're having a bad mood, you would be curious about what it is that's creating that bad mood. If you're not interested in getting to know someone else, or you have a low emotional intelligence, you might just judge their bad mood and say, they're just an angry person. They're just grumpy all the time. That's just the way that they are. Now, again, take all of this with a grain of salt, because some people really do need to be working on themselves, right? But like, when applied to yourself, this should be something that is based in developing a different outcome, or a different, a transformation or a change within the way that you're feeling. There's a curiosity there. It will lead you, maybe not even to a change or transformation, but just to a deeper knowing of what it is that's bringing you this bad mood. I hope that made sense. Number 4, they seek out others who are also emotionally intelligent, and they try to distance themselves or not surround themselves as much with people who are not emotionally intelligent. So, obviously, we are surrounded all the time by people who are not emotionally intelligent. You think of children, you think of, some parents, a lot of parents, a lot of your friends. Like, you can't just be in solitude or alone, and you can't judge people for not having necessarily the tools of emotional intelligence. But you can make a decision to seek out people who do seem to have a level headed perspective, who do take life's challenges and digest them, process them, acknowledge them, and continue on and move forward and grow from them. These people too. And I think that when you are seeking out relationships like that, it really shows the commitment level you have to your own personal growth and your own seeking of how to manage your own life better. So, this isn't to say just like, oh, write off everybody who doesn't have emotional intelligence and just call them toxic, or call them, you know, not serving you. Those terms just kind of make me cringe at this point. But you need to also be able to seek out things that will fuel and nourish and feed your journey as well. When you're constantly surrounded by people who are not lifting you up, who are not showing you a better perspective, um, it's going to be really hard to grow. And I think that's just plain and simple what it is. It's just really hard to grow when you don't have nurturing relationships around you, or people who are showing you a different option or a better example. So, those are the top 4. State your feelings plainly. Make time for yourself consciously alone to process things. Be curious about bad moods, do not judge them, and surround yourself with people who are doing their inner work as well. I hope this was helpful. I'd love to know any additional points you have or what you think about this video, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.